I am here to present an award, and it's a very special one. Last year, we came up with this to acknowledge an individual that showed extreme vision and tenacity and a commitment to New Hampshire theater. This award, called the Matty Award, was given to its namesake, Matty Gregg, for imagineering this whole event. There's a new recipient of the Matty Award this year, and I have a very special guest to assist me in this presentation. This gentleman is a professional playwright and director. His work includes a recent response to the liberating theater sensation, The Vagina Monologues, by writing and starring in a lighthearted comedy, of course called The Penis Responds. This New Hampshire native just also happens to be an Academy Award-winning screenwriter of a little film made right here in New Hampshire in the early 80s, starring screen legends Katharine Hepburn and Henry Fonda, called On Golden Pond. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ernest Thompson.
Thank you. She neglected to mention I'm also a former Miss New Hampshire. I was supposed to give out the other award, but she beat me to it. 26 years ago, this Memorial Day weekend, as an out-of-work actor in Los Angeles, I sat down and wrote the play On Golden Pond, because I did not know that I did not know how to write a play. Took me the better part of the weekend. The play serendipitously found its way into the hands of an off-Broadway producer who needed an opening show for his season. On Golden Pond opened in the fall of 1978 during a newspaper strike, which meant that the New York Times and the other dailies were not able to piss all over it. It became a hit. We were picked up by a Broadway producer. We went on tour. We came back to Broadway in the spring of 1979. The strike was over. They pissed all over it. In the many years since, and the many plays that I've written, I've had many people edify me that I do indeed not know how to write a play. But that's never stopped me. I consider my day job to be writing film. I teach. I have a writers group up the road here in New Hampton, New Hampshire. I write songs. I write emails, very nice ones. But I must confess publicly to an addiction to writing plays. And it doesn't matter what else I do in my life, I can't stop writing plays. On Golden Pond, in spite of itself, has gone on to become one of the most produced plays of modern times. As you know, it was, as you may know, some of you may know, it was made into a film. 3 years ago, I did a live television version of it that I directed with Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. It's going to be back. I'll get your names, and Julie will thank you personally. It's going to be back on Broadway next year. I hope there'll be a newspaper strike. This last fall, when I was way too busy, I was invited to do a play at a small theater in Hollywood, and there was an open slot, and the producers said, "You got a play?" Well, I always have a play, of course, and I thought about doing a play that I'd done in New York last year, and that I hope is going to get done again this year, and is going to actually be done in Paris this summer. But then the producer made the mistake of saying it would be so great if you had a Christmas play, and I love a challenge like that. So in the middle of writing 3 movies, I sat down and wrote a very dark comedy called White People Christmas. And within 3 weeks, it was written, cast, and in rehearsal, because once again, I'd forgotten that I don't know how to do it. The award that I have been enlisted to present tonight, I think, is one I should win. Thank you. Get your votes in now. Its subtitle, the Matty Award, is for vision and tenacity. And if you work in the theater, you either got to have great vision or be completely blind, because it's difficult. And I've always had this fond feeling that no one normal would want to work in the theater. I know of what I speak. The woman who's going to receive this award tonight is named Sarah Brown. She's the founder of the Play Among the Stars Theater Company, and its entire purpose is to allow artists who are developmentally disabled an opportunity to do art, to create theater. I'm a great admirer of anyone who has that sort of persistence and generosity. What this company does is give actors and other artists of all ages, young and adult, an opportunity to come together every week and practice their skills, develop new ones, support one another. Twice a year they perform at the Salem High School, giving audiences an opportunity to be blessed by their gift. And as someone who knows how difficult it is to do anything under the best of circumstances in the theater business, I have the highest admiration for the recipient of tonight's Matty Award, Sarah Brown.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My vision came to me 30 years ago when my son was born, and I knew I had to do something to help him and to help his friends. And there should be 61 other people up here with me because I couldn't do it without them. But I'd like to thank Rick Prasad for taking the time to view our show, and it's just the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Thank you.
Hold on 1 second, please. Yeah, sorry. No, I'm in the middle of a show. Do you mind? Yeah, we'll talk next week. No, I don't want to direct that. No, thanks. All right, bye.